Lafitte. This is a live look there. Our Asha Staples arrived just a few moments ago, and she is trying, of course, to get some information there. We haven't been able to speak to officials there in hours. We've told you guys about cell issues. Yes, Asha, we can hear you.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm actually walking right now with someone to give us an update.
Great.
Give me your title one more time.
Councilman Dino Banana.
Dino Banana. Okay, I've seen you on TV, but you know COVID. I haven't been able to meet you in person, so sorry. Live TV here. As we're walking back down to this water area, can you give us an update about what you guys are doing and your preliminary plans for getting these water rescues underway?
So this is just our initial assessment. We're sending boat crews out. We're giving them designated grids they have to search. Obviously, we know we have people needing rescue. We got calls all night. And so this is all fire, police, and National Guard boats. And we're going to go methodically up and down every street, transport individuals out to buses and put them in shelters. We also have medical assets on standby in case anybody has any medical issues as well.
Okay.
Unfortunately, 34 years with the parish, I've had to do this many times, but this is the highest the water has ever been.
Yeah, so a lot of people that are from this area, they're kind of shocked and just don't know what to think right now. You're saying that this is the highest you've ever seen it. So what exactly, is this your first time being out here this morning? What's going through your mind as you're seeing this water?
Right. From a search and rescue perspective, you can't do it at night because it's too dangerous.
Right.
So these are our first efforts going out. We've launched numerous boats already. And as you see, we continue to deploy them.
Okay.
And so we haven't brought anybody out yet because they're just going out. But we know, we did a census the other night, approximately 500 people stayed.
Okay.
So that's our number. Some of them obviously left.
Yeah. But
we're going to do our search and pull as many people out as we can.
Yeah, and can you tell us how many different agencies are all out here trying to assist with that? We're just getting in front of our camera here. Get out of the way. How many different agencies are out here trying to assist with this rescue? I know that you guys did turn some folks away, so tell me about that as well.
Well, in order to get organized, you know, you have people trying to come to help, and we appreciate that. Right. We took their names and numbers and put them on the other side, but right now we're just using police, fire, EMS, and the Louisiana National Guard. Gotcha.
And what does it mean to be able to have all these folks coming out eager to help, even though you know you have to get organized and have a solid plan before you can just send people out? What does it mean for you to be able to just witness this help?
No, we appreciate it because it's going to help us search the area quicker.
Right.
But until we do our initial assessment and see how everything's laid out with our dangerous conditions, or we can't send untrained civilians into, you got underwater obstacles, you got down power lines, all those different things. You have to assess that in order to determine where you can send people who aren't trained, where they can get access to it and help us pull people out.
Yeah, and one thing that's also troubling is the weather. Obviously, we had Ida last night into this morning. We're waiting for the rain to come and go. What other difficulties are you guys expecting in these water rescues, and how long, what's the timetable?
I'm a Katrina veteran, I'm a fireman, a policeman. The winds we experienced last night were far greater than we did during Katrina, and for a far greater period of time. And as you can see, we're still having them.
Right.
So we have a lot of damn power lines, a lot of trees down, a lot of roofs blown off. So all of those create obstacles for movement, to get in and out safely. So that is our biggest challenge right now, the unknown. What do we get faced when we get into these areas where we have to get people? Yeah,
and can you talk about the power situation? I'm assuming everyone's without.
Right, so we purposely asked Energy this morning to de-energize this entire area. We knew it was out already, right, but we wanted to make sure because we don't want to get anybody electrocuted. For the most part, all of Jefferson Parish is without power. Okay. All of it.
And if anyone is happening to be watching us from our live streams, any type of way in their homes, what's a message that you have for them that help is on the way?
So please stay off the streets. We have a big job ahead of us today. We have our streets department crews out there with bulldozers and backhoes. Our primary goal is to clear the main routes so we can move. And we can't have people getting in the way by driving around sightseeing. They hinder our efforts. They hinder the first responders' efforts. We're trying to get to somebody in an ambulance and you're stuck in front of an obstacle. You're causing somebody to potentially have further medical problems because of the delayed time in getting there.
Right, and I know that a lot of folks, when they start seeing pictures and hearing about scenes like this, like I said, and on camera, it doesn't give it any justice in person. So a lot of people want to see it for themselves in person. Talk about the efforts to clear the roadways, because even before we got to this point, there was a lot of debris on the roadways, power lines and trees just snapped in half like toothpicks laying on the ground.
Right, so we do two things. Unfortunately in this area, we're very experienced with hurricanes. We have damage assessment teams going out, driving all the routes, marking down the conditions, and we've already got all of our public works crews, our drainage department, et cetera, out, and that's all they're going to be doing today is pushing the debris out the way, not picking it out. Pushing it out the way so we can flow traffic, and then we start our process from there, clean it up. But I can tell you from previous experience, this is going to be a long-term event. People are not going to be able to return home and have power and water and other things in the next 3 or 4 days. It's going to be weeks.
I was going to ask that also. Folks are asking, when can they come home?
I would not suggest anyone come home right now because you're coming home to no water, no power. We have a boil water order on the issue on the East Bank. People gotta realize when all those hundreds of trees blew over, the roots are wrapped around water lines and sewer lines and they pull them up. So we have literally hundreds of water leaks. So our water plants, East Bank and West Bank, have backup generators. We're still making water. It just bleeds out of the system faster than we can put it in.
And to give people an idea about how far we are up from the actual town, can you give us the mileage or the distance?
You're about a mile from the bridge itself that crosses over into Lafitte, and then Lafitte runs a long distance, probably 7-10 miles south.
Right,
So,
and that's all underwater.
all underwater, everything. In fact, we had to evacuate our fire stations last night because the water was coming up so fast.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Asha,
Well,
can
thank you
you
so much. Anything else you can give us?
So please don't try to come to Lafitte and sightsee. I know people have family members in here they're trying to, check on. You can't get to them.
Right.
The water's too high. We're going to do our best efforts to get them out, bring them to a bus, and put them in a shelter.
Okay. One quick thing. What were you going to ask?
Asha, I was asking if you
Shiva?
can ask for more details on the levee situation there. The levees were overtopped, which I know led to a lot of the devastation that we're seeing now.
Right, the levee situation. That's one thing that we're wondering about.
So our levee system that is greatly enhanced since Katrina held up perfectly. We had no significant flooding inside the levee systems. Unlike Katrina, we had no issues, no breaches, no overtopping. The levees worked great.
Okay, so we were hearing that a levee wall broke or something.
In the town of Lafitte, there was not a levee wall, but they put some big sandbag levees up.
Okay.
Some of those were breached by the high water.
Gotcha.
In the town.
Okay. Any other questions, you guys, from the studio?
No, in fact, we have Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungas on the phone, so we're going to get to him.